New at 6 tonight, Sedgwick County files a more than $1 million theft report against an online auction company.
Now the county commission looking to reimburse that money right now to the district court. Jordan Tovar breaks down what happened and why the commission wants to fund the courts. Jordan?
When a property owner doesn't pay taxes, eventually it's foreclosed on and goes to auction. The company hired this third-party company to do that. The county says that company, Civic Source, owes the county about $1.3 million from the sale of those properties, and like you said, has filed a theft report. But that money is supposed to go to the district court, which holds the money and pays any party who's owed. That money isn't there, so the commission is stepping in to fund the courts right now. At the meeting today, the county says that they still haven't received the money from Civic Source, so the board approved paying the nearly $1.3 million to the district court. But Sedgwick County is still looking to get its money back from Civic Source.
We wanted to make sure that those that entered into a transaction in good faith, that we were making them whole while we worked on the backside with Civic Source to make sure that we were paid in due time.
The theft has been reported to local and federal law enforcement agencies, and the county says it's looking at all legal remedies to recover the funds. We did reach out to Civic Source for comment, but have not heard